Mayor Lion, thank you so much for taking the time at a very difficult period in Jerusalem.
Thank you very much. I think that it's very interesting period and difficult. It's not so easy to see a lot of people are suffering from this virus.
What has happened here in the city? People are concerned. We have all kinds of issues in terms of the store owners, in terms of the people themselves. You see everybody coming into the city hall with masks as in the rest of the world. So how do you deal with this?
You have to understand that this is a sort of case that we didn't know about it. In the past, in our generation, we don't know a period like this. It's not a security problem. It's something that we didn't know about this virus, never. It's in all the world. And all the world are learning about this problem. We don't know what will be later. We don't know what will be next 2 weeks. We don't know. We have to try, return to the work. We don't know what will happen. And because of this, we have to go step by step and to open the business slowly but surely.
I was in Machane Yehuda, in the big market that everybody knows, every tourist, every local resident.
Yeah.
Very difficult situation where the store owners are concerned. One person unfortunately committed suicide, as you know there. What can you do to help them?
We are going to open the market in Machane Yehuda on this Friday. We have to start with the opening. We take the responsibility for all the people that are coming there, that we have to check them, and we have to check that don't have the virus. It's a big activity to take the responsibility for this case.
80% loss here. We're speaking about huge amount of economic down spiral in terms of what's happened. What other opportunities are there that you can offer some of these people? You're talking there's total loss of business, total loss of money to pay their rent.
First of all, we know that there is a big aid from the government that is going to help the business that lost a lot of money. And we are waiting for this help from the government. I think that it will be the next 2 weeks that they will help. And otherwise, I, as a mayor, think that it's very important that we will help to the business to work. They work, and we call for people that will come for the restaurant, for example, for the cafe house, and all this. We are going to help them to call the people to use the restaurants.
One of the things they're saying is that what the government is giving may not come to them. In some cases, if they make too much money, very often that money does not trickle down.
I think that it takes time, but the people, the business will get what they have to get from the government.
Social distancing, wearing masks.
Yes.
It's a new thing around the world.
Yes.
How long do you think this is going to go on?
There is no someone that know how long it will take. This mask, it's very important to not be ill with this virus.
Kids are going back to school slowly.
Yes, they started yesterday.
However, Mayor Lion, there are families that are afraid to send kids because maybe somebody in the family might get sick if the child is exposed. How do you handle a situation like this?
We opened yesterday the schools from the kids, from the first class to the third class. And we know that about 70% came yesterday. I think that in the end of this week, most of the children will come.
Tourism is the lifeblood of Jerusalem.
It's in all the world, this problem. We need the flights. Depends the flights that will start to work. And afterwards, we will work with the hotels. I think that the hotels will be happy to start work with the people, but we are looking what happened in the world.
Isn't there a concern that all of a sudden flights do open and countries are not on the same level and people get infected again and you go through a second phase?
Yes, but because of this, there is a government that are thinking about it. We are doing everything we are doing step by step. But we have to keep the directions from the government. And if we do it, it will be succeed.
Some are considering a point system of evaluating how to move forward. Is this something that's also being discussed on the level of the municipality, of rating if someone should go back to work and what the criteria might be?
No, we are not making the criteria, and we are listening to the criterion from the government, and we are doing what the government tell us.
Are you giving special assistance to those in tourism? You're talking about hotels.
Yes.
You're talking about the individual tour guide.
Yes.
You're talking about on so many levels.
We are going to make a big campaign also in the world and also in Israel to encourage the people to come here to Jerusalem, especially in this weather, in this summer. The summer in Jerusalem, you know what is a summer in Jerusalem, and it's very good. And we are calling for all the people from Israel and afterwards from the world to come to Jerusalem. I don't think that in the end of the day that we have any problem like the problem with we know as was the security problem in the past. Now we have a problem that all the world know this problem, and because of this I think for Jerusalem it will be more easy.
If people come from New York, and New York has been pretty hard hit, and still it hasn't leveled yet, what would be? Because then you're talking months away, are we not?
Yes, I think that we have to wait about 1 month that will start from the tourism. But I think that when the tourists will come here, I think that there will be more directions from the government.
The Arab Israelis, they say that they're getting less assistance than their counterparts in West Jerusalem. Is that true?
No, I don't think that they are saying it because I have a big friendship with the Arabs in the east side, and I think that we made a lot to assistance all the Arabs in the east. They are very satisfying for it. From my point of view, I looked the east and the west the same, and there is no difference from my side. And I think that they felt it.
The Palestinian Authority might differ with you. They've been having campaigns about this, in particular that the Israeli government is not giving the assistance to the Palestinians equally. Do you think it's more of a political agenda?
Yes, it's also only political. It's not true, and we don't have to respond for this. What are they saying?
There have been health issues. There's been a lot to deal with. You have the ultra-Orthodox Haredi community where you've had to set them up in quarantine in a particular area. Do you feel that we're over the hump there yet? Have we gotten past the most difficult time?
All of us didn't know about this case. You know, there are ultra-Orthodox and the other people that it was very difficult for them. Don't pray in a synagogue, or not to be more than five people. There was a time that more than 5 people, they cannot be together. So, but in the end of the day, I think that now we can say that all of the people in Jerusalem understand all the directions that from the government, and they are doing it, most of them.
When do you think the synagogues, the mosques, the churches will open?
I must tell you that I'm waiting for opening the synagogue, but I think that 2 weeks we will open the synagogues. But it depends on the government. But I think that this is what we are doing. Shavuot, I think that we will be in the synagogues. Not all the people, yes, but we will start.
Mayor Lion, what has been the biggest obstacle for you? This pandemic is not easy.
No, it's not easy, and I don't think that there were any obstacle, but it's a lot of challenges and a lot of details that I didn't know about it before.
The biggest challenge, what is it? What was the hardest thing right now?
To keep the direction from the government. It's not so easy to convince all the people and to check if they are keep the directions or not. It's not easy. It's not easy. And also the old people, to help the old people that they have to be in the house, not go outside. What I'm happy from Jerusalem is the a lot of volunteers that came and helped the old people and all the people that need help. There were volunteers here in Jerusalem. And I think that it's something special for Jerusalem. And I'm proud of it.
Mayor Lion, there are going to be people who lose their businesses,
Yes.
who lose their homes. What do you do there?
We will help them. I think that in a short time, most of the people will come back to their work. It takes maybe a little time, but I think because this problem is belong for all the world, I think that coming to work, it will be easier than we think about it.
On a personal note, you go home, you're also quarantined in some way. There are things you can't do. What do you miss most?
My grandchildren, a lot. I didn't meet them about 2 months. It's a lot of time.
Mayor Lion, thank you so much for taking the time with the Media Line.
Thank you very much.
And I wish you a lot of success.